Today we'll be covering some smaller, lesser known KeyForge combos that maybe you've never heard of, and maybe you'll find in your own collection of decks. Let's get into it. We'll start out with a 3-card Mass Mutation combo from my own collection, and it's one that I really like because it can lock the opponent out of their entire board turn after turn after turn if they don't have any way to deal with it out of their hand. This combo involves Subject Kirby and Transporter Platform from Star Alliance, and Skippy Timehog from Logos. You can probably already see how these cards come together, but essentially what happens is I need to have my Transporter Platform down first. Then, once I get Kirby and Skippy together in my hand, I call Star Alliance again and play Kirby, who allows me to play Skippy out of house. So now my opponent can't use any of their cards on their turn, not creatures, not artifacts. Then I use Transporter Platform to pick Skippy back up into my hand so I can play him again next turn, or on a later turn. So now it's my opponent's turn, and since they can't use any of the cards that they've played down on the board, the only way that they can get rid of Kirby or the platform is with what they have in their hand, via direct damage or targeted removal. If they don't have any of that, however, and it comes back to me, I can do the process over again. Reap with Kirby, play Skippy, then use Transporter to put Skippy in my hand again. And I can do this over and over, until my opponent finds a way to get rid of Kirby or the platform. And even when that happens, I'll still have one more turn where I can call Logos and play Skippy a final time. It makes for some absolutely insane disruption, and limits the opponent immensely. Obviously, it's most effective when I have other Star Alliance cards to use and play alongside the combo happening, but it still hinders the opponent to a devastating extent. What's nice about the deck I have this combo in is that it actually has 2 Subject Kirbys, which increases the amount of opportunity I have to pull off the combo, and means that even if one Kirby is destroyed, I still have another one coming, potentially allowing me to resume the combo. Another neat thing is that there are only 116 decks in the world that can pull off this combo. Only 20 of them have 2 Subject Kirbys in them. I must say it's pretty cool having a deck with such a rare combo in it, and I thought it'd be fun and interesting to share it with you guys. The next combo is one that can straight up end the game if things line up right, and it was actually recommended to me by one of my viewers. This one involves Witch of the Wilds and KeyCharge. Witch of the Wilds reads, during each turn in which Untamed is not your active house, you may play one Untamed card. In our case, this one Untamed card is KeyCharge, essentially allowing you to burst a bunch of Ember in another house, then play KeyCharge, using Witch of the Wild's ability to forge a key. If it's your third key, you can win the game straight away without giving your opponent any time to react. Obviously, there are other ways to pull this off as well, such as by using a phase shift, but Witch of the Wilds is a neat method that your opponent may not see coming. And if not a KeyCharge, a Chota Hazri would work just as well. Of course, House Untamed is the house best known for Ember Burst, especially in Call of the Archons, but other houses are quite proficient in Ember generation as well. A solid Warsong Loot the Bodies combo in Brobnar would work great, as would a Crazy Mars turn with Squawkers and John Smiths. In other words, there are plenty of options for burst in other houses that will lead wonderfully into Witch of the Wild's KeyCharge play. Next up is a 2-card combo that can act as a panic board wipe when your opponent is building out a massive board that you can't do anything against. Unfortunately, one of the cards involved is a rare, so you probably won't be seeing the combo all that often. This combo is Standardized Testing paired with the Pale Star. The Pale Star, being an Omni, reads, destroy the Pale Star. For the remainder of the turn, each creature is considered to have 1 power and 0 armor. Already, the Pale Star is a pretty insane card, allowing you to destroy or fight into what were once powerhouse creatures, but now are as weak as they come. Standardized Testing destroys each creature with the highest and lowest power, so with everyone at 1 power, everyone dies. Again, this combo probably won't show up in many decks, but in the ones it does, it makes for a great surprise board wipe when you're in dire straits. Next is a neat combo that could really go either way in terms of its effectiveness, but when it comes out right, it can make for some pretty decent Ember Burst. It shows up in Dark Tidings with the 2 Shadows cards, Kerwallop and Easy Marks. Kerwallop deals 1 damage to each creature, and gains you an Ember for each creature destroyed that way. Personally, I don't really like Kerwallop as a card, but when it comes with Easy Marks, it's a different story. Easy Marks reads, exalt each damaged enemy creature. It's not difficult to see how these cards fall in line with each other. Unless your opponent has a bunch of creatures with armor, all of their creatures will get exalted because of Kerwallop's damage. And depending on how many creatures got exalted this way, and the sort of removal you have in your own deck, this small and simple combo can lead to some pretty substantial Ember gain. Better yet is if you also have a Cleansing Wave in your deck too, to heal all of Kerwallop's damage after Easy Mark's exaltation. There's a lot of potential here. Our next combo is another fun one from Dark Tidings, showing up in House Unfathomable. This one involves Storm Surge and Rakazel's Chant, both of which deal in exhausting creatures as a means of disruption. Rakazel's Chant exhausts each creature if the tide is high, so right off the bat, your opponent won't be able to use any of their creatures by normal means on their next turn. But you can add insult to injury by playing Storm Surge immediately afterwards, which reads, your opponent cannot ready cards during the ready card step of their next turn. By doing this, you've essentially rendered your opponent's entire battle line useless for 2 whole turns, and that can be hugely detrimental. Unfathomable is known as the Disruption House, and for good reason. This combo can be extremely frustrating to be on the receiving end of, and with multiple Storm Surges chained together, good luck recovering from that. Finally, we have a semi-useful combo from Call of the Archons, involving the Logos cards Chaos Portal and Dexter. Dexter goes back on top of your deck when he's destroyed, making him a real nuisance of a card to deal with, sometimes for both players honestly. Chaos Portal reads, action, choose a house, reveal the top card of your deck. If it is of that house, play it. Chaos Portal has a variety of uses beyond just this combo, but in conjunction with Dexter, it actually adds some depth to Dexter that he didn't necessarily have before. Perhaps you've called Logos and you need to get a little fighting done, and you don't have many options besides Dexter. This combo allows you to fight with Dexter, and if he dies, the Ember on him will go back to your opponent, but now that he's back on top of your deck, you can use Chaos Portal, choose Logos, and play him back out again. This combo has limited uses for sure, really just adding a little extra flexibility to Dexter, but gives you a few extra options regarding him, and by experimenting with the timing of it, you can find some other pretty cool things to do with it. And that'll do it for this video. Let me know down in the comments which of these combos was your favorite, if you have any of these combos in your own decks, and what combos you'd like to see me cover in future videos. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see you all again in the next one. See you later.